to our Numbers for Life session. So today we are going to be looking at capacity. We've got three different levels of activities here. So for some of you, just looking at sorting of objects according to the amount of sort of liquid or other objects that are actually inside them. So you're going to be looking at full, half full, or empty. So our learning objectives for today are I am able to sort objects according to their capacity. I'm able to take the measurements shown on the measuring jug. So two different bits and pieces there for you. So first of all, having a little look at this activity here, you can see that we've got three objects. You're going to have more objects which are actually in your working or your work folders. And what you're going to need to do is cut them out and put them in. So first of all, if we have a little look at this bath, you have a little look at it and you need to think, okay, is this bath full, half full, or empty? You'll notice that it's not all the same type of object. So for this one here, for the bath, I would look at this and I would say, well, actually, I think that bath is empty. So I'd cut it up and stick it into the empty section. Next one here is our glass of water. So if you have a little look at that one there, the question I want you to ask yourself is this one empty, half full, or full? I'm just going to give you a few moments to have a little think about that one there. So is it empty, half full, or full? And that is this glass of water here. Okay, so if we have a little look at it, we can say it's not right the way up to the top, but we don't normally do that. But I would actually put this one here in full. And then the last one for us to have a look at is this bottle here. So if this one is empty, so the bath is empty, and we're saying that this glass is full, where do we think this bottle would go? I will just bring it up for you a little bit so you can have a look at it there. A little bit closer, and just bring it a little bit bigger for you there. So having a look at the amount of liquid that is inside it, do we think it is empty, do we think it is full, or do we think it is half full? And do you know what, if you agree with me, that's great. I mean, I would say that I think that this one here is half full. So that's just a little example of what you would need to do in this activity. For some of the rest of you, we've got this one here where actually you would need to draw a line on each of these containers to show the water level at the correct volume. So you could say half full, nearly empty, and full. And if we were to do that, I think, for example, I will do one of them here for you. I'm just going to select blue, so we can do that. And if I was going to say that this one was half full, I would think that half full would be around about there. Obviously, it'd be better if you can use your rulers, and you might want to actually shade it in as well to sort of show that you think that this one here is full. I can't do it very neatly with this, as I only have a mouse on there. And then just to finish off, some of you are going to have actual measuring jugs with different capacities shown in it, and I know you did some of that last week, but this is a little bit more of a practice for you. What I want you to do is we've got these challenge cards that have been placed in there for you as well. Which of these bottles looks the largest? Which is the largest? Okay, so which of these bottles looks the largest and which one is the largest? Now, this can be very tricky because sometimes you can actually have bottles which look larger. I would say this one here, if we have a little look at it, is actually the tallest bottle, isn't it? This one here is not as tall, but it's a little bit wider. And this one here is about the same height as this one, but it looks to be much wider at the base, but it also has sections that go in more. What is it that you could look at on these bottles to actually be able to tell which one has the largest capacity, which one can hold the most amount, in this case, of a liquid? And then what there's an extra little challenge there is for you to find some bottles with measures on, and can you trick your friends? So there's a little hint there with measures on. What I will do is I just underline that for you. Okay. If you have a look carefully at these bottles, all of them have measures actually shown on them here. Oh, I'm just going to undo that one and redo it because I actually went over. And if we have a little look at the numbers, we can see that this one here actually says 100 millilitres. Okay, this one says 200 millilitres and this one says 150 millilitres. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit closer for you. Oh, there you go, a little mistake there. A little bit closer for you so you can see what we are talking about. Millilitres is a measurement of sort of capacity. It tells you how much liquid these objects can actually hold. Okay, and if you go with that one there, you will be able to tell, hopefully, by looking at which one is actually the largest number, which one is the largest, which one has the largest capacity. Okay, so it's all about capacity here. We're not about how tall something is, how wide something is, although that can have a bearing on it, but actually we're looking at the capacity, the amount of something that can fit inside, whether that be a solid, liquid, or a gas, but in this case we're really talking about liquids that can fit inside a container. Anyway, hope you find that a little bit useful. Remember, we're looking for a little bit of feedback from you. So, you can let us know how you found these different activities. You can do that by leaving a comment on the screen. We are going to hopefully be looking to set up some little feedback sessions on Zoom for you as well this week, where you're actually able to ask any additional questions. You can maybe be able to show us what you've been working on, and go from there. So remember all the resources for these lessons. There are different leveled resources, so not all of you have got the same, but they are all related to this subject area. Anyway, so that is our Numbers for Life session for today. I'd like you to go ahead, use this little bit of live lesson, this little starter, to help you out with carrying out the activities. How many of these challenge cards can you actually complete as well if you have them within your work folder? It'd be really great to know that. Okay, thank you very much for joining us.